How you doing, YouTube? It's Wolfmo Development. This is my 431st weekly update. Oh boy. Training this week has been lax, we'll put it that way. What else? Work has been heavy, to say the least. It is one of those things where, due to the nature of my job, it's a pretty labor-intensive one. It requires me to, sometimes pull back in certain places just to make sure that I'm recovering enough to not actually injure myself. It's not worth right now getting injured in training, pushing myself to do something if it means I won't be able to work. And a lot of the demands of my job are just they're taking a toll on my training right now. No, that's not to say I'm getting any weaker or anything like that. I mean, I can still hit basically every number I could hit before on basically all of my lifts, but having to work with a sore back and sometimes even a painful back, or the fact that my right arm, especially that biceps tendon, I mean, it hurts a lot of times just doing anything. I mean, right now, if I just flex my arm like this and sort of move it in just the right way, it hurts. I can feel it's like inflamed and just not happy with what's going on there. And so I'm trying to do some rehab and get that to a point where it doesn't completely destroy me to use it, and still train to the best of my ability around that pain, and still work around it as best I can too. I mean, it's tough when certain aspects of my job literally include me picking things up like this, which tends to irritate it, or picking things up off the ground, which tends to irritate my back. So it's one of those things where I'm very much so playing this game of how much do I do here and how much do I do there. But it's okay, I'm not obsessed with a super impressive performance at Iron Vault next week. I'm not obsessed with any part of it, really. I'm just looking forward to having a good time. That was basically how I felt going last year when it was just me competing against me. So really I don't have any particular goal this year other than just honestly just have a good time this time, because just not been able to put training as a priority for this particular show, and it just is what it is. And not to diminish the show at all, but it's not, in the grand scheme of things, for me a super important one for me to win or even perform well to my own standards per se. Of course I don't want to go out there and just look like an idiot, but to that same effect, I had no intentions of going there and getting first place and getting my invite to nationals through that show. Going to USS Nationals and even Strongman Corp Nationals, neither one of those are things that really interest me right now. I think an opportunity to compete at something like OSG would definitely be something I would be interested in, but I know I'm not capable of it just yet. So, with that in mind for this particular show, it literally is just going to be just for fun. So I'm not that upset about my training necessarily not being 100% what I would have liked it to be. So yeah, that's about all that's how I feel about it at this very moment. Who knows, maybe next week I'll feel different. The great news is the cut for this show is going to be awesome. I have to be 181, and I'm walking around at about 180 in the morning. So, I was 180.6 this morning. So shouldn't have to do any kind of drastic cutting at all. Even if I, maybe Thursday I just won't drink for the latter half of the day, and there you go. That's my whatever I have to do. But yeah, I'm not obsessed with any particular outcome for this show. I'd say the only thing I would like to do is not come in last. There's 4 of us. I know 2 of the other guys that I have no chance of beating. And then I don't know who the third person is. I don't know who he is. I've never seen his name. Or if I have, I just don't recognize it or remember it. Hopefully it's not somebody I'm really close with or supposed to be close with. But you know, depending on whomever that is, it would be kind of neat to not come last to them. But if I do, it won't really bother me at all. No matter what, I'll at least have cool footage of me walking a car yoke and flipping a car. So that's really what's important to me right now. Yeah, like I said, we'll see how I feel next week. Once Iron Vault is over, next week particularly, I will actually get a chance to sort of breathe. I won't have to be pouring stones every 3 days. Stones of some kind. And it'll give me the opportunity to sort of breathe and catch up. And I'm very much so looking forward to that. So yeah. I guess that's about it. I'm not sure what the lesson is this week. I guess the lesson this week is, my God, it's okay to just compete to have fun every once in a while. And have zero expectations at all of yourself or your abilities. And understand that sometimes, you know, real life takes over for this hobby sport of ours. And yeah, who knows, maybe next year it'll click in my head and I just have no choice but to hammer training and become the best I can at the sport. At this very moment, I'm just enjoying competing, and I'm enjoying slowly getting stronger over the years and months right now. That's how I feel about it all right now. Yeah, so that's about it. So yeah, I guess the lesson is it's okay to just have fun. If you don't, then what's your excuse?